and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the UK. Today I want to show you how to make this cute little gift box and in fact the gifts that are inside it. But first of all I want to tell you about the products that I have used. And this is from the July to December 2021 mini catalogue, and it's the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite. But in particular, it is these Memory and More cards. So the card pack, you get a total of 60 double-sided cards, 36 cards that are 3 by 4 inches, and 18 cards that are 4 by 6 inches. You also get 4 sticker sheets and 6 laser cut speciality cards as well. Let me just show you a little sample because I've used loads of these. So these are the smaller ones and these are the larger ones, so recognize it. Oh, sorry about that. These are the laser cut sheets that you get in the pack as well, and you also get, as mentioned, some sticker sheets, some of which I have already used and some of which I have used to decorate this lovely box. So you'll recognise that and those stickers. So this is the silver metallic mesh ribbon. Love it. Nearly out. Hopefully I've got enough left to do another box. So this is cut from one of the larger cards, and in fact the strips that I've put on the side of the box are actually from that same card as well. So that one card covers the whole thing. So I'll show you how to chop that up in a moment. But I want to show you what's inside. Inside we have these two lovely coasters, Christmassy coasters. So these are unashamedly inspired by the lovely Karen Egan, who is Crafty Karen Designs. I will put a link to Karen's blog and to her YouTube video that she took part in the Stamp Around UK video hop recently and made a whole host of these acrylic filled coasters. So thank you, Karen. I had never even heard of or seen these fillable coasters, but when I went online to do a bit of research after watching Karen's video, it seems that they're actually sort of mainly marketed for people who do cross stitch. So you do your wee cross stitch design from a wee kit or whatever, and you put that in there. But obviously you can fill them with whatever you like. So please do click on the description bar below and you'll get a link to Karen Egan's video where she's got loads more inspiration on how to use these. So the ones that I purchased are 8 by 8 centimeters inside, so the backing bit there is 8 by 8. So I have already gone ahead and chopped some of the Memories and More cards. So these ones, that size, I have chopped that down so that it is they're 7.5 centimeters wide, so I've just made it 7.5 centimeters down. It does look like I probably should have chopped a bit more off there, but I can't do that because of the trees there. So because that's slightly less, I could have just backed it with white, but I thought it looked a wee bit boring, so I've chopped one of the bigger cards and chopped that to 8 by 8. So I've got a little bit of a margin around about it, and I've got a piece of white card because I don't really want that on the back of my coaster. So I need to glue those 3 bits together. And I've done the same with this one. I just trimmed it so that it was 7.5 by 7.5 centimetres, 8 by 8 and 8 by 8. Okay, so I will probably just fast forward through this gluing, and then we can get on to making, oh, wrong glue. That's the good glue. So yeah, I'll probably just fast forward this so that we can get on to making the box. Okay, so I've got my layers glued together. Now, if I was going to sell these coasters at a craft fair, and I might do that because I do have one coming up at the end of November, then I would simply stamp the copyright stamping up stamp on the back there to comply with the Angel policy. If you've got any questions about Angel policy, please do just let me know and I can help you out with that. So that simply goes in there, and then these bits have got little bits for the feet, and you just force it in, and you can later kind of bend it so that you can pop it back out again if you wanted to change that for the seasons. But these, if you buy them in bulk, then you can get them sort of really quite cheaply. But even if you're just buying a few, they're under £1 each. So that's them. Okay, so on my other ones, which I forgot to do, I used some of these just to add a little bit more, but it's not really necessary. So okay, we've got our coasters there. Let's concentrate now on doing the box. So I've got an A4 sheet of cinnamon cider. I'm just bringing in my trimmer, and I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4 inches. Sorry, I've moved from centimetres to inches. I'm off that era where I'm comfortable with both. So yeah, I just go with whatever's comfortable at the time. So I am doing 9 7/8 of an inch. So that's just one big line short of the 10 inches there. Okay, so I've got a couple of bits of scrap there. Okay, so I'm now bringing in my Simply Scored, and on the short line, short side at the top, I'm doing 5/8 of an inch. So that's 1 2 3 4 5, all the way down to the bottom. Twist that round and do exactly the same again. It's just easier than having to do the sums. So I've got 5/8, 5/8. Okay. Again, 5/8, and then 4 5/8. And again, to save me doing the sums, twist that round, 5/8 again, and 4 5/8. There we are, nice and easy. Let me quickly burnish those score lines. Right, so the snipping of this is super simple. I just want to cut straight up that line there. Okay, so this bit, straight up there, straight up there, and there, and there. Just up until those horizontal score lines. And then I want to chop into those little squares, as they're just our tabs, and trimming away that tiny little bit there just gives you a neater finish at your corners. So chop, chop, and same on the end there, like so. Okay, that's how it then looks, and I'm going to turn that around and do exactly the same again. So straight up, chop, chop, straight up, chop, chop. Last one, straight up there. Must have glue on my scissors from something. I'm getting a bit stuck to it. Okay, so fold in those middle two tabs there and add some glue. And then bring that round so you've got that at a nice 90-degree angle. Okay. Same on this side. So just pull that round so it's nice and straight there. Then do exactly the same with these two. Fold them in, line it up and hold it for a moment. Same here. Okay, and then we want to do exactly the same with these ones. That will be our lid. Just make sure you've got that lined up, hold it in place. Like so. Okay, now 2 coasters will fit in there nicely. As I say, I'll probably put some tissue paper around them, so I've got a little bit more wiggle room in there, and then that folds over, does fold over, honest, like so. Now if, like me, you've got a little bit of something going wrong there, you can take them out. Just fold that back out of the way and chop that down so that it's not getting in the way. I obviously didn't cut that as neatly as I should have done. Just give it a little haircut. Here we go. Done and dusted. Now, I want to decorate this, and as I said, I just used this. So my box is 4 inches there, so I want to cut off about 1/2 inch on the top there, and that'll give me a piece to go round one of the edges. And I want that to be 3 3/4, like so. And I need to take that down a little bit and get that out of there. So I'm just going to shave off a little bit at that side, turn it around, line it up at 3 3/4, shave a little bit off there. Perfect. Okay, and now I've still got this piece left over that I can do some more 1/2 inches. That's another one. So that's what 3. Just need to trim this down to 1/2 inch. And I've got tiny little bits left from that Memories More card. Don't like waste, so I'm very happy with that. Okay, so it's just simply a case of then adding these on. Pop that on in the middle, like so. Now I think I might need to trim a little bit off these, and I'm just going to do that with my scissors, like so. Do the same on the other side. If I'd thought about it, I could have chopped that piece down before I cut it into 1/2 inch strips, but I didn't. Some some glue on my fingers. It makes a change from ink, to be honest. I've normally got ink on my fingers, but this is a non-stamping project, so one less thing to get messy with. And finally, that one in place along there. Now, I have a retired 1/2 inch punch, and I meant to do this earlier. So I can take a little notch out of there. Not entirely necessary, it just gives it, it just makes it a lot more obvious as to where to open your box. Pop your gift inside, close that lid again, and bring in the last of this reel of ribbon. I will order more, but I haven't got it. I haven't ordered it yet. So let's hope this fits. Just. Okay, it just adds a little bit more sparkle. Speaking of which, will use some of those stickers again, just to add in a little bit more festive detail. Like so. And there we go. We have our Memories and More decorated coasters and gift box, pizza style gift box. I hope you've enjoyed seeing today's video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please do click on that subscribe button. And as I said earlier, please do click on the description bar below and get a link to my blog and a link to Karen Egan's YouTube video to see more ideas for these coasters. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, take care. Bye bye.